Welcome to the Toyota engine plant in Deeside in North Wales. This is also the home of the Toyota Lean Manufacturing Centre, where a small core of individuals share their knowledge and experience with all different types of businesses to help them on their lean journey. This is our classroom facility, and this is where we share with our clients the knowledge and understanding using PowerPoint presentations, but also we do some interactive activities to deepen their knowledge and understanding.
This is our shop floor. This is where we bring our clients and show them the actual application of the tools and techniques that we teach them in the classroom environment. The key thing for here is standardisation. This gives us a method to safely and efficiently build our engines, and this is of key interest to our partners in the Welsh Government.
The Welsh Government have been working with Toyota and the Toyota Lean Management Centre for quite a few years now, and we have been evolving this process and the programme as time has gone on. Our Minister for the Economy and Transport published his Economic Action Plan at the end of 2017. In that action plan, one of the key priorities was to support businesses to become more productive, and this is very closely aligned with what we want to achieve through the engagement with the TLMC. So, as a result of that, rather than just limiting it to a training course, we now support Toyota and encourage Toyota to actually follow up the training, spending initial half-day visits at the companies who've been on the course, and then that is followed up with more in-depth diagnostics. And this approach is not fixing it for companies, but the Toyota approach is to mentor the leaders in the companies that they're supporting, so the approach can be more sustainable and really help companies on their journey to continuous improvement. And we hope that will continue with engagement with Toyota in the future.
Here at Toyota, we're known for manufacturing. At Deeside, we use large machines and equipment to produce engines. The Toyota Lean Management Centre works with lots of different industries: food, drink, travel. But it may surprise you to know, we also work with education.
There's a massive drive in Welsh education currently to raise our standards, but also to ensure the health and well-being of our pupils and staff. And I think the principles of lean management certainly fit into this. We are tight with our budgets, so we need to reduce the waste in our system in order to maximise the benefit to our young learners. With the TLMC, we tend to look at things differently. So an example in school is where we changed our cloakrooms, which were really wasted space during the daytime, into learning zones. So we created 4 new teaching spaces which have had a massive impact and benefited the children. We now let the children keep their bags and coats in boxes that we bought, which are a lot easier to manage. This practice was recognised by Estyn as outstanding practice in one of the schools that's attended the course and applied those principles, and the impact therefore was shared across the rest of Wales through a case study.
Here at Toyota, we use visualisation to manage our processes and our daily activities. We bring together this information and display it so that anyone from outside the area can understand at a glance the current status. We're using this concept with schools to identify potential improvements within their daily administrative tasks so that they can make more efficient use of their resources.
My name's Darwin Hughes. I'm a member of the senior leadership team here at Ysgol Gwynedd, and I'm just going to introduce to you a few things that we've implemented at school as part of our work with Toyota over the years. So if you'd like to follow me. The first thing we come to is our photocopying station, where one of the things that we realised a number of years ago, there was lots of waste with regards to conveyancing and moving, people having to go and get reams of paper to bring it back to actually service the photocopier, whereas by having all the resources in one area worked particularly well for our staff members. So as you can see, we have reams of paper at easy reach for the members of staff. We also have a visual standard there which tells you a Kanban to say when the reams of paper need to be replenished, and also a visual standard as to what the ideal condition of the photocopying station would need to represent. Another improvement that we've had, and it's something that I think has built the culture of our school really with regards to lean is our Kaizen and maintenance board. So this is solely to identify school improvements, opportunities within the school, and also to identify any maintenance that needs to be paid particular attention to. So we've got our green cards here. So for instance, a school improvement that's been identified by members of staff, allocated to the SMT to develop some improvements. So this one is to develop the foundation phase garden, to improve it, to make it more enticing for the children. And then an example of a yellow card is that there was an issue with taps in the early years toilets. That's a maintenance issue that would be picked up by myself, site manager, or somebody, or it would need to go to an external contractor. So just identifying certain things.
So you've seen a very good example of how schools have taken the concepts and the tools and applied them into their daily activities, and the outcome has been very positive. Recently we had a visit from the NHS, and again we brought them into this facility, which is one of our shop floor training rooms, and we showed them the tools and techniques that we teach our members from day one. We then took them out onto the shop floor and showed them various areas around the production lines, such as our assembly line, where we showed them how important standardisation is from a safety and a productivity point of view, but also Andon, our system of how we can raise problems and issues or call for support when required. We also took them onto our machining lines, where we showed them about visualisation and how we manage our processes and our improvement ideas with abnormality at a glance. As well as showing them around the production lines, we also have debates and discussions about how these principles and concepts can be transposed over into the National Health Service. This is all about discussing how we can improve the quality of patient care they already give and achieve a higher standard. We've shown you some good examples of how the Toyota Lean Manufacturing Centre help and support other industries. But Toyota is a manufacturer, and that's one of our key skills. We like to support other manufacturers throughout the country by going to their sites and supporting and coaching them in some of the tools and techniques. One good example of this is recently we visited Iggesund Paper Mill in Cumbria.
Here at Iggesund we produce paperboard applications for cosmetics, pharmaceuticals and confectionery packaging applications in the top premium segment. We are roughly 400 employees on site, and the mill is 50 years old. We produce roughly 250,000 tons each year with customers located all over Europe. 10, maybe even 15 years ago now, we took a strategic decision to focus on the most demanding customers, which for us was in the premium segment, as I mentioned before. And that decision then basically started a cultural journey, which meant that we had to produce top quality paperboard every day, every hour in this mill. We first made contact with TLMC about 4 years ago, and we felt that we had a unstable process with some really good production days, but also days which was far less good. And we wanted to stabilize our processes and the outcome of our production.
The first step was for them to come up and visit us, and we just spent a day together. They had a look around the mill and discussed our processes, what we were trying to change, how we were trying to improve. And at the end of that day we said, yes, we think that as two businesses we can work with each other. Two of the TLMC guys came up and spent 3 days doing their diagnostic assessment. So they looked at our processes from end to end, such as our pulp mill, our board machine, our finishing department, our engineering, and they gave an assessment on where they thought we were and where they thought we should prioritise our improvement. We thought that they were telling us that our baby was ugly, and we actually found some of their feedback quite difficult to take. And so we really needed to look inside ourselves and say, are they right? Can we accept that we're not as good in some areas as we think we are? Which was quite tough. But after that we said, yes, on the whole we think they probably are right. and we do need to improve in the areas that they're talking about. And after that, then we started to go down and do some visits to the TLMC, the Deeside site, and to learn from them about how they run their business. What I think we've had most benefit from is the 5-day courses, and that goes into quite a lot of depth, and it's a combination of them giving us the theory, the classroom theory of different aspects of the Toyota production system, and then going out and seeing it on the shop floor, and then finally us doing it ourselves with their support on the shop floor. For example, problem solving, they would take us out on the shop floor, give us some shift reports and say, work out what's going wrong in this process, and try to find the root cause of the problem in the process and make some recommendations for improvement. After about 2.5 years of working with us, at one of our normal reviews with Toyota, they sat us down and told us straight to our faces that we weren't permanently solving our problems. We were playing around with them and making some temporary fixes, but the same things were coming back, and they were coming back and pointing out the same things again and again. And that really we should focus on in-depth, structured problem solving. And that's what we've been doing for just under a year now, but I think it feels like we've made a dramatic change in that time. I think our relationship has developed over the 4 years, and there's a great level of trust now, and we know from what we've seen when we've been down to Deeside, and also the advice that they've given us, that they are a trusted partner.
Here in Workington, we can see clear improvements in terms of health and safety. We can see improvements in terms of quality, and we can see improvements in terms of productivity. I have a strong belief that that is coming from improved leadership and improved engagement and motivation in every part of the company. And that comes from the cooperation with TLMC. Toyota is pushing us, challenging us, but also, for the first time actually, we got a well done at our last feedback session, which to me then is a massive step in the right direction, a massive step indicating that we are slowly but surely moving in the right direction.
The Welsh Government recognise that Toyota is a real jewel in the crown, and their performance figures are up there with the best in the world. So why wouldn't the Welsh Government want to support companies across the whole of Wales in trying to engage with Toyota, and so we can transfer that knowledge and expertise throughout the supply chain and beyond, so every company in Wales has the opportunity to benefit from the Toyota experience.
So you've just heard from our partner in the Welsh Government, a school from North Wales, and just through a client in the north of England, and you've seen the NHS visit our shop floor. Through the interviews with our partners, hopefully it will have conveyed the support and guidance the Toyota Lean Management Centre has given to different businesses and organisations throughout the UK. However, we've not stopped there. We've expanded as we work with SMEs and larger corporations in different countries. Here at Toyota, we are proud of our industrial and cultural heritage, and as we look forward to the expectation of things to come. On a positive note, we still hear from our previous clients who report back regarding the tools and techniques which the Toyota Lean Management Centre has shared and demonstrated still yield a positive result on safety, quality and cost, but more importantly, they see an improvement on the engagement of their people. We continue to welcome people from different organisations to our workshops and to our training courses, where their knowledge, skill and understandings improve in the lean techniques, but we're preparing them to be able to examine their daily activities in a new light. The support doesn't just stop there at the factory gates as we go to the Gemba, which is the workplace, where we do on-site coaching and mentoring, where our clients will get a deeper understanding of the lean tools. As the Toyota Lean Management Centre continues to go from strength to strength, hopefully in the future I'll be able to share with you more success stories. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the event today, and hopefully be able to support you on your lean journeys in the future.